Hi everyone, welcome back. I've got quite a big one for you this month. Sometimes I find my currently lovings videos, which are basically favourites and fails for the month, are a bit of a labour of love sometimes. Sometimes I have to really hunt for things to try and remember what I've been loving in the past month. And this month is completely different to that. So I changed it to currently loving, thinking that, I could give myself a bit more flexibility. If I didn't want to do it once a month, I could do it less frequently, rather than just doing it just because it's the end of the month. But I've decided to change it again. It's not working out because of the fact that I am wanting to do a favourites video once a month at least. This will be my last currently loving, and I'm doing it midway through the month just because there's so much that I'm currently loving. If I wait to the end of the month, the video would be an hour long. So this will be my last currently loving, and then as of the end of next month, I'm going to be doing the good, the bad, and the ugly. I just think it'll be fun to do. I find a lot of things I find that I dislike as well as like, and I like talking about those. Rather than doing dedicated products I regret buying video, I just thought I could sling them in with favourites because it's fun to see stuff that you've been loving as well as helpful and interesting to see the stuff that's not really working out. So yeah, this will be the last currently loving, and it's mid-June, so it's basically for June. And I've got a lot of stuff to get going through, and I've put it, to introduce the good, the bad and the ugly, I've put it into the theme of that. So I've got a lot of products I'm enjoying, a few products that are quite bad, and then a few products that are really, really ugly. So let's get started. So the first product I'm going to mention is a concealer. I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail with this purely because I do have an under eye drugstore concealer review series, and it's like a battle against them, each other, and this is going to be one of the ones that I'm going to review. So I'm not going to spoiler alert by going into too much detail, but I'm going to have to mention it in a favourite. I can't remember the last time I had a concealer in a favourite. I'm very, very picky when it comes to concealer. I think you'll know that if you're watching my battle that I'm doing at my under eye concealer review series. This LA Girl Pro concealer is absolutely brilliant. It is very cheap, very affordable, although not so much in the UK as much as it is in the US. You can't just go to a drugstore and buy it. I think I paid about £3.20 for this. That might be a lie. Under £5, somewhere between £3, £4, £5 for this, including postage online, and it's absolutely fantastic. So it ends up about the same price as what you would pay in the UK drugstore for a concealer. And you do get a decent amount of product. I'm going into too much detail already. Okay, so this is fantastic. This particular shade, Classic Ivory, is brilliant. Although it's Classic Ivory, and for me I expect Ivory to have more sort of yellow undertones, this has like a salmony correcting quality about it, which really helps me with my dark circles. And it doesn't crease. It just doesn't crease on me. Like, it's so hard to find a concealer that has the right coverage and that doesn't crease, and this one is ticking all of my boxes. I've been loving a lip balm these past few weeks. I say few weeks. I've been loving this for a while now, and I just haven't mentioned it. I saw it in somebody else's favourites, and it was in a glossy box that I received it, and I think they might have received it in the same box too. And I can't remember who that was now, but it just put me off putting it in mine because I didn't want to be seen that it would be copying or anything. I know that sounds really childish, but I'm putting it in now. Hashtag Lip Glam. It's 100% natural lip balm. It's so thick, it lasts up to 8 hours, it claims, which is true, it does, especially if you're putting it on overnight as a night treatment. I've been really struggling with my anxiety recently, and I bite the skin around my fingernails usually, but I've been biting my lips as well, and this has really helped me to recover the damage I've been doing to myself, and also to discourage me from doing that. It's a bit of a rescue product. I mean, I'm not a bit of a connoisseur of a lip balm. I haven't tried every lip balm going, but I will say I have, tried a fair few. I do love beauty. I have a YouTube channel, etc. But I would say that this is probably, to date, the best lip balm I've ever used. It seems crazy to mention a hand wash in a favourites video, but I've been currently loving this Rhubarb and Vanilla Fragrance Explosion hand wash from the Fruits range at Wilco's. This smells amazing. It's not just amazingly scented, it's really strong as well, and it lingers. I feel like I'm wearing a perfume after I've used it. My husband loves me and has asked me not to buy any other hand wash for the downstairs toilet because he loves it so much. I get 1 or 2 guests comment on this hand wash to say that they really loved it and ask me where I got it from, even though it says Wilco's on it. But yeah, people seem to really like it, and I really like it. I'm definitely going to buy more. I see other people using hand washes in Empty's videos saying, oh yeah, I like them, but it's only hand wash, like them only hand wash. Try this one. I feel like once you've tried this, you'll just feel like you don't really want any other hand wash. That's certainly how I feel anyway. Really affordable as well. It was about 99p, I think. Great price. Another product I want to mention is my N-Spa Coconut Fragrance Body Mist. Now, I'm not usually a fan of body spray type products. I usually like to have a shower and then use perfume. So if I felt like I needed to spritz something over my whole body, I would generally just have a shower in that instance, rather than covering it up with something. I'd wash whatever that's bothering me away if that ever happened to me. But this is really, really gorgeous. I spray it around the room, I spray it on my clothes, I spray it on my body. It's so uplifting and summery. And I have the shower gel version, the same, because they do the shower gels as well. And so it's nice layering, and I have a shower with the same scented shower gel, and then go over it with the body spray when I'm out of the shower. I just really, really like the exotic sort of scent. I've tried almost every scent that they do, and I really do like the raspberry one this time of year as well, but at the moment the currently loving has to be the coconut one. I cannot get over how much I've enjoyed this Sultan Boots Beautifully Bronze Self-Tan Face Colour Cream. It's so moisturising that I use it at night in place of a night moisturiser, so I don't put another moisturiser over it or under it. It gives such a natural even colour, and that's exactly what it says, natural even colour. It does, with shea butter and vitamin E. Every fake tan I've used, which has been said on the bottle to be fake for face and body, has broken me out with spots, even though I don't usually suffer from acne or spots at all. It's just a reaction to the self-tan, and this doesn't. I'm really, really impressed with it, and it's a good price. I got it 3 for 2, and so I ended up paying around about £5 roughly for the product, and I would definitely buy more. It's going to be my go-to moving forward. It's a shame they don't do it in more than one colour. It doesn't have a colour on it, just one colour, but it says on here you can reapply it after 2 to 3 hours if you want a deeper colour, and obviously you can put it on 1 to 2 times every night if you want. I personally don't do that. When I was using it, I've not got it on today, haven't got any on at the moment, shall we say, just because I haven't fake tanned on my body, so I didn't want my face to be darker than my body. But when I have been putting this on, I found that putting it on every other night to keep it topped up as your false tan on your body wears off is ample. Yeah, so I highly, highly recommend that, especially if you found that other products have irritated the skin on your face. I've got to mention this Eyelure Pro Brow Dye Brow Kit in dark brown. Now, I know that I did recently a review on this in the eyelash, so I'm not going to go into masses of detail because the information's in that video. Any videos that I think are relevant as I go along, by the way guys, I'll try and link in the description bar for you. But I've got to mention this as a favourite simply because this past month, on my 3 days that I go to my job, because if you know my channel, you know me, I'm a mother and I look after the home, but I also work as well. So I work part-time, and when I'm at work, I find that since I've been using this and keeping it topped up, I don't actually have to wear any eyebrow product, which is a godsend, to just be able to put foundation on, some blush or bronzer, mascara, get out the door. You know, I find that when I don't have a lot of time to put makeup on, it's really, really helpful that I have some sort of colour to my eyebrow, and that's been a lifesaver and saved me so much, is saving me so much time 3 days a week. I've got a load of makeup that I'm currently loving to share with you at the moment. I've been massively into these PS lip liner pencils. They're £1 each and they're amazing. I bought mine in 2 shades, dark pink and light pink, and I've left the light pink at work, but I'll just swatch the dark pink for you. It's just such a gorgeous natural sort of colour for people with cool undertones. This would just be, I mean, obviously people with warm undertones can wear it too, but I just find that if you've got cool undertones, sometimes you can put, or you're very pale, you can put nudes on and just look ridiculous. This is a great alternative to that. My lips are very pigmented, so this is a My Lips But Better sort of colour. Such a rosy, gorgeous shade, so creamy, the formula's great, cheap as chips. I mean, I used to be a massive advocate, I still am a massive advocate of Essence liners, but I actually prefer the formula to this one. I wish I could get it in so many more shades, but there's only so many shades that they do. Another pencil product I really have been loving is this bronze Scandaleyes waterproof Kohl Kajal by Rimmel. I have it in my upper and lower waterline today. It's just really complementary to my blue eyes to help them to stand out, and great to go with warm summery eyeshadow colours through the summer. I brought the nude and the black to show you because I love these as well. The whole line is great. The purple I have, and I'm wondering, I've got to test it a bit more, I wonder if it makes my eyes water a bit, but these three are absolute go-tos to me. And the favourite, or the one I've been currently loving, let's say, is the 012 in bronze, 12 bronze. I actually haven't been able to see that for a very long time at the drugstore or high street, so I think I'm going to have to do some internet digging to find that, and I probably will try the Barry M version just to see if it's just as good, because I do prefer to buy things that are easily accessible. I do not like to commit myself to stuff, if I can help it, that you have to get online, like the LA Girl Pro Concealer, by the way. It's not my preference that you can't just buy it in a shop, but maybe one day. I've been loving quite a lot of lip products this month. Firstly, it's the lip colour that I've got on now, and it is Makeup Revolution's Make It in the City. I think this is, they call these the Pro, I'm trying to think what it's called, it's the Pro lipsticks. I'll try and find this one and link it for you so you can see, or I'll annotate, that'd be better, I'll annotate what it's called, I'll look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's called the Iconic Pro, something like that. This is not far off my signature colour, which is 1020 by Rimmel. It's a bit more sort of purpley than that. It's got a tint of purple. It's beautiful fuchsia colour. I believe I've got it on now. This is a dupe for Girl About Town from MAC, although I don't own that. And it's called Make It in the City. You know, obviously the names are similar. You can see what I'm saying. I love the packaging is quite cheap, I must admit, but I love the fact you can see the colour on the end. It's quite sheer, so it's completely different to, for example, the Rimmel one. In fact, I'll swatch the Rimmel one because I keep comparing it to that, just so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm only comparing it to this one because it's my, like I say, my signature colour. You can see the Rimmel one's much more pigmented and less sheer basically, and it's a deeper shade. So this to me is like a summery version of my signature colour. So yeah, I've been really enjoying that. It's a massive deal for me to find a Makeup Revolution lip product that I like. And I will also just add, formula wise, it's not going to blow you away. It's not going to be the best formula that you've ever had on your face, but how amazing is it that something can be this creamy moisturising and not require a lip liner. I have no lip liner on today, and I've got no bleeding at all of the lip colour, which I'm really impressed by. The other product I've been massively enjoying is Marc Jacobs Le Marc lip creme in Je T'aime, which is number 238. It's just a lovely sort of ever so slightly brown tinged red colour, bit rosy. I'm not very good at describing, so at least compared to the colours it helps you to give some sort of frame of reference. Obviously it's Marc Jacobs, so it's very expensive. I didn't buy this, it was gifted to me, and it's a sample as well. The formula's amazing, what can I say? Sometimes you do get what you pay for. Lipstick is probably one of those things. I don't own hardly any, if any, high-end lip products, but trying this really makes me think, you know, this is absolutely gorgeous. The colour I really, really love. And I feel like it's a type of colour you could literally wear all year round and not feel out of place. I will say about the colour I've got on my face now though, the Makeup Revolution colour, be careful of this if you do have any colour discoloration to your teeth, because it doesn't make your teeth the whitest. You know, I don't really suffer with that problem, but with this I do look at my teeth and think, you know what I mean? It's not the most whitening on your teeth colour to pull off. But the Marc Jacobs formula is amazing. It's more for the formula than the colour, although I do like the colour. And for this lip product by Makeup Revolution, it's more for the colour than it is the formula, if you get me. But the formula on this one's not bad. It's just when you compare it to the Marc Jacobs, obviously the formula is amazing. And the next lipstick I've been loving is Manderina by Bellapierre. Yeah, Bellapierre Cosmetics. And this is another one I got in a subscription box. This is practically a straight up orange. It's such a sort of burnt colour. I think this colour will be amazing. For summer. I've been wearing it, trying to encourage the weather to be nice and sunny, and I've been loving it. Again, it's quite a difficult colour to wear if you've not had your teeth super whitened, so just be wary of that. The formula on this is amazing. I don't wear this with a lip liner just because I don't have a lip liner that colour, but I don't notice any bleeding on it. Again, I don't notice that. It's a nice creamy finish. Again, all of these are a creamy finish. Got no matte lip products really to show you other than the lip pencil. And the very last lip colour I've been currently loving, is Milani's Nude Creme. This is the perfect nude. I actually can't remember if I mentioned it in my last month, so I'm sorry if I did, guys, but it's just perfect. It's the perfect nude colour for me. It's one of those things. It's a shame when you find this sort of colour. It's amazing because you're like, I've done it, I've nailed it, I've found it. On the other hand, it means is every other nude colour you then own gonna go to waste, and you're gonna find that every time you're wearing it, you just wish you had this on your face instead. So it's one of those things. I know I hate waste, but I just love it. I just look at it. It's beautiful. It's got just the perfect amount of peach, perfect amount of nude, and perfect amount of pink for you pale girls with neutral to cool undertones. And another makeup product I've been currently loving, I did warn you it's going to be a long one, was Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is everything it's raved about. All the hype is true. I don't know if it is a dupe for Benefit's Roller Lash because I've never tried it. I've never gotten on with Benefit mascaras, and although they've upped their game massively, they burnt that bridge with me a while ago, and I'm not giving any more of my money to Benefit mascaras. But this is amazing. I think it was Miss Budget Beauty that did a comparison of this to the Roller Lash. I usually prefer a natural bristled brush. This is plastic, so it goes against the grain there. I got mine in black, and I didn't get it in waterproof. I think it's black is black, the black is black one. If you don't like that crispy feel to your lashes, you won't like this. They're not soft to the touch. I can't tell you if it's going to hold a curl or not because my eyelashes are permanently curly and they're naturally curly. But this gives me volume, length and a full lash look. Lasts all day, doesn't smudge, doesn't flake, doesn't transfer. The only thing I would say is it reminds me very, very, very much of the formula, not the wand, but the formula to MAC's Giga Black Lash, which, MAC Extended Play. Admittedly, I've only ever tried that formula once. I tried it on at the MAC store, and I found it to be almost identical to this, except I do feel this probably does give me a bit more volume than that did. It's difficult to say because the sample they tried on me, I don't know how long that had been open, and if you are a bit of a connoisseur of mascaras, you'll know the formula will change, the finish and everything about it changes the longer it's open. It usually matures. It's usually better 2 to 3 weeks after opening than the day you opened it. But when I had MAC Extended Play on, it even removes in the same way. They said to me at the MAC counter that MAC Extended Play is a tubing mascara, whatever that's supposed to be a benefit for, I don't know. But what she described is it wraps around each individual lash like a tube. So effectively you could, put your fingers on your lashes and pull it off. You wouldn't want to because you'd pull your lashes out by doing that. But that is the concept of it if you get me, a tubing mascara. I don't know why I'm showing you the swatches again. This broke up in the same way. When I put coconut oil on, it came off in chunks. That's not a bad thing, it didn't remove badly, but what I mean is that's evidence to me after thinking it felt and looked like the MAC Giga Black Lash, then to find it removed in exactly the same way when other mascaras tend to melt into a mush under coconut oil, and this broke up into little pieces so you're seeing like flecks of it around your eye to wipe away. That then just confirmed it for me. So if you like MAC Giga Black Lash, then you might like that as well, although as I say, the wand is very different. I have that mascara on today, and I don't have this on today, but I've got to mention the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour Palette. I bought this ages ago and I didn't use it enough, and I heard it recently mentioned in Leah XL's video to do with I think it was her favourite Makeup Revolution products. I'll link her channel. It's fabulous. But she mentioned this Ultra Contour Kit, and I think she said that she'd actually repurchased it, so she'd used all of these shades and got it again. I thought, well, for that reason, if it's so good with a makeup collection of her size that she's repurchasing and using up, I've got to give it more of time. So I cracked it out. This highlighter I've been absolutely loving. This highlighter is a bit scary. It's white with very yellow based gold going through it, so it's difficult to pull off. But this I've been massively loving. It's a lovely sort of in between, not subtle but subtle enough, just past this. If you imagine subtle on a scale and subtle's right down here, it's about here, if that explains it properly. These two are yellow and pink based powders. The yellow is completely matte and the pink's got sort of a sheen to it mixed together. I've been loving it for setting my under eye concealer, and these two shades here I've been absolutely loving as a contour. And this I've been using just all over the face, especially over the top of blush and around the cheeks, because it's got a lovely sort of golden tone to it for this summertime. So yeah, I've been massively loving this product, and again, it's just extremely affordable. I had to go and wipe those swatches off. I was scared I was going to get it everywhere. Okay, so the last two favourites to mention are sort of, I suppose, non-beauty related. First is this Yankee candle. If you've watched my, I keep saying if you've watched my channel before, you may have heard me mention before that I'm not that impressed with Yankee. I spent over £100 on the website and I did a big Yankee haul. I just found that the scent and the quality of the candles were not worth what I paid for them. This is probably an exception to that. So this is Yankee Candle Beach Holiday, and I saved it. I bought it in the winter time and saved it, knowing I would want to burn it in the summer. And this fills my home with such a beautiful, rich, fresh scent. I would definitely consider repurchasing that one, and I'm definitely going to invest in the black cherry one soon. Not that the Christmassy ones were bad, it's just they were a bit hit and miss. You'll know that if you're watching some of my favourites and fails videos all in the past, I will tend to mention candles. The other thing I want to mention is Breaking Bad. I know that I'm a bit late on the bandwagon with it. Me and my husband have been catching up and watching it, and we're on season 5 now, so we're on the last season. I just absolutely love the TV show Breaking Bad. We've both been addicted to it. My manager at work said that after I think it was the 2nd or 3rd season, she got bored and switched off. I don't know how that's even possible. It's amazing. Yeah, I really love that show, and I would highly recommend it. And the other very last favourite to mention is running. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'm strongly considering doing a video specifically on running for beginners, or how I got into running, or how I forced myself into running, and how I trained from being able to do next to nothing to be able to run 5k every other day. And so yeah, I'm really into it now, and I'm just going to say more about the benefits in that video if I do decide to do it. But the health benefits are immense, and if you just want to increase your love for life and your general well-being and health, I would definitely consider, if you can, taking up some running. And so let's get on to the bad. I think I may have mentioned this before, so sorry if I have, but I've got to mention this Burt's Bees coconut foot cream. It's such a gooey, icky, disgusting mess, and it doesn't even smell of beautiful coconuts. It doesn't moisturise my feet. It leaves the most awful residue. It is like literally putting slime on your feet. It's horrible, and it wasn't cheap. I thought I was going to treat myself with sort of like a premium branded foot cream, because it was about tenner. Awful. I'm forcing myself to use it for 2 reasons. A, because there's not much left and I want it to be in the empties as an empty, not as a fail, because I'm so nearly there. I've put up with it all this time. Why not just finish it? And the other thing is just the price of it. The cost of it's making me use it, but oh my god, I really regret purchasing that. The other product is this. I didn't purchase it as such. I paid for the subscription box it came in. It's the Pop Beauty Kajal pen. Not to be confused with Colourpop. It's not Colourpop. It's just not very black, not very opaque. It doesn't stay in the waterline for literally 10 seconds. You have to set it if you use it on your skin around your eyes with a powder, in which case it adds nothing to the look that you wouldn't have ordinarily got just by using the black shadow on its own as a liner. So I never reached for it. I literally only am keeping it because I'm seeing if I would use it as a base for a smoky eye, you know, if you want to do a precise. But I have several liners that I've kept for that same reason, so I don't know how long I'm going to stick to keeping that, because I've got a Benefit one, for example, that I keep for that same reason, that doesn't work as an actual eyeliner but might work as an eyeshadow base for a smoky eye, because it's like a chubby one, like a NYX jumbo pencil sort of style. I've got to mention these two sponges. They are bad. This is Nika K New York Airbrush FX Blending Sponge, and I've kept the packaging to show you. It's just like a rock. You could knock yourself out with this. It's ridiculous. It barely swells at all in size when it's put into water, and anything you touch it, whether you put the product directly on or whether you put the product on and you're just using it to blend out, it just eats and drinks and soaks up anything it touches, to the point where you might as well not bother to put makeup on your face. This one does exactly the same thing. It comes in the most beautiful little pouch. It's really affordable from eBay, about £4, so I wanted it so badly to work. It's actually a little bit better than this one, but still not usable. I've kept it thinking that I could apply powder with it, and I have been sort of doing so, but still I just prefer brushes anyway to that. And I've noticed, although it's barely been used, it's already starting to like sort of break up. I know that, again, like I talked about, it's just one of those things you have to hunt and you have to try to find what's worth investing in and what's not. And I think the Beauty Blender is just one of those things that's just worth investing in one of these days. Although I don't hardly use a sponge for anything, I'm probably just going to bite the bullet and buy one. This is got to be in the bad category. It doesn't deserve to be in the ugly category because it's not bad. It's just same as the Clinique Deep Comfort Hand Cream. It's just not worth the price. This I think I paid about £6.50 for. I've got through one that will be in my next empties, and this one is a full one I've just opened. I'm using it because it's SPF 15, so that's great for the summer. It's a wild rose hand cream. It does smell lovely and it does moisturise okay, but it's not better or even as good as some hand creams that I can buy from Home Bargains for 99p, and in which case it really annoys me that they have the audacity to charge that price. So now we're on to the ugly. It's actually been an hour since I recorded the bad. You probably heard in the last clip my phone rang and I had to take it. It was work related, so it's been an hour. I will say about this lipstick I mentioned by Makeup Revolution and Make It in the City, it doesn't need reapplying very often. I have just reapplied it. I do feel like it needs reapplying once every 2 hours or once an hour if you're talking a lot and eating. So let's get on to the ugly. I've got to tell you about this, guys. I first heard it on Shona Scott's channel and I spent £50 on this item. It's by a guy called The Inventor Tom, and it's a makeup brush cleaning machine. I haven't even hauled it yet. I'm thinking of doing a haul after this if I get time today, and so you might see it in that if you watch that haul, and I might even do a review separately on it. But it came in this box here, and as I said, it was a big investment. It scratched up the ferrules of my really prized rose golden Zoeva brushes. It just put marks around the ferrule, as though like scratch marks is the only thing I can describe to it, so I'm really upset about that. But the main problem with it is it just stopped working. Like, I was cleaning my brushes, everything was going fine. You hold it in your hand so it doesn't feel as though it's hot. It was getting hot or anything. I changed the batteries, which I thought was odd that it used the batteries up so quickly. It's not like I wasn't at it for hours, you know. And then all of a sudden this just stopped working. The light would come on, but the cleaner wouldn't turn the brushes to clean them. So I changed the batteries again, and the light's still coming on, but it's still not working. So it's effectively completely and utterly useless to me at this point. If it was anywhere else I'd got it from, such as Argos or whatever, I would have taken it back and got my money back. I've emailed the guy. He sent me a thank you email for purchasing it and supporting him, and said, any problems, email me on this email address. I emailed him telling him what's happened. I'm yet to receive a response. I'm going to put a claim in at PayPal to try and get my money back, but I'm really not sure about how that's going to go. really worried about it, to be honest, because £50 is a lot of money to most people, and it's a lot of money to me, and it was a luxury purchase. I thought it would be a massive investment if it was going to save me time. As I say, I will try and film a full review video on it for you, rather than make this video any longer, which is already half an hour long. This has been a massive ugly, for the price, the performance for the price, but also for the fact that it just literally stopped working. It broke itself after opening the packet, you know, I'd had it less than an hour and it just wasn't working anymore. There's nothing on the instructions about you know, giving a rest after so many minutes of using it or anything like that. I don't know. Watch this space for more detailed review on that, but I would steer clear of that. I'm confused because Shona Scott's tips and recommendations are usually great. She certainly wasn't, how would you word it, sponsored to make that video, but she said that she uses that to clean all her brushes, and I trusted her judgment, but it didn't clean my brushes very well, and obviously I'm not happy that my £50 now spent on nothing because it's broken. So I hope you enjoyed the video and you found it useful, guys. I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who's made it this far, with it being a really long video. Thank you for everyone who supports and likes and comments on all of my videos, and anyone who's subscribed to my channel. Your support is massively appreciated, and I hope you're all well. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.